So, when we installed the angle kit, we had a problem getting the old rusty bolts out of the sway bar end links. I found a way. First, you beat it with a hammer and hope it comes out, and then eventually it kind of deforms the sway bar end link. When it deforms a little bit, you got a little pocket to stick a little flathead in there and start beating away at all the rust. Eventually you get the flathead stuck, and then you try to beat the ground with the flathead, and eventually it comes loose. And then you go back to beating all the rust out. Eventually, when you break all the rust free, then it comes out. And now that it's out, you kind of deformed it, so you just kind of beat it on the side with the hammer, and it goes right back into shape. It is steel, it should not break, but be gentle. So here we are on a Friday night. I'm still in uniform. I just got off of work, and like usual, I have work to do, so I have to disturb my neighbors. So we start off by lifting the car up because we got to install those sway bar end links. So let's take the wheels off. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can with my impact wrench, but I'm not doing it by hand because I bought the tool. Wheel is off now. I take a peek. I got this. So first I put the bolt in there that came with it. This is the bolt that came with the CNC kit, but looking at the bottom threads, they don't really look that long. So I tried to tighten it as much as I could, but even still, felt a little sketchy. It wasn't all the way seated, so I decided to take it off, and I went and found some bolts of my own that were a little bit longer, same thread, and I used those instead. As you can see, those bolts are a whole lot longer, and it gives me a lot more confidence that that won't break loose. Yeah. So now it's time to put the sway bar in. I just lifted the sway bar up through the arm, lined it up, and just kind of hammered it in there. It went in there. It was a little bit easier than I thought it would be, but it's in there. Job complete. I also had to raise the car up. I had to put spacers back on because without the spacers, it was rubbing on the inside. I have 25 mil spacers that I'm going to put on both sides, and after I do that, the wheel will stick outside of the fender. So after doing so, I did the exact same steps on the other side. So here we are with the finished product. Spacers on, sway bars on, and I have a lot of angle, and because of the spacers, I no longer rub on the inside. I did it. Job complete. Though I have not drifted with this kit yet, I think it's highly recommended for me because install was simple. Again, no grinding, no cutting. It was direct bolt on, add spacers, and you're good to go. And that leads us to where we are now, talking in a microphone. I bought a microphone so I can help with voiceovers. So I've been doing voiceover just like using like B-roll, just like thinking of the B-roll I filmed, and then I would kind of talk like over it, but not really looking at it. So it's kind of, I had to guess and kind of space out my talking. It was a little confusing, but I got it done most of the time. But now that I have a microphone, it'll be a whole lot.
Hey, come on, man, we gotta go, man.
My bad. What you want me to do, player?
Do the I don't know, do the Zoom thing. We gotta go. I'm on a schedule.
Bring him in.
All right, let's go get in alignment.
All right, now that I'm actually driving the car, the steering wheel is way too close to me. With the seats, oh yeah, these brackets not working right now. Again, don't have time to get sliders. I think I'm just gonna have to drill holes, man. I'm gonna pull this thing out tonight, try to drill some more holes, and see if I can get this thing moved back like another like inch or two, because it's way too close. I don't have a lot of room to like maneuver and stuff, and it's kind of, I don't feel comfortable right now. All right, we are here. I see some other drift cars. Oh, perfect timing. My alignment was at 12, and I got here at 12. Hello.
No brakes, no anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin just got out. He's gonna come right back in.
I saw him. What's going on?
Is that your imaginary I was like, there's no GoPro on it, bro.
GoPro's in the car just in case I need it. All right, so we are at High Tech Suspension with Simon. Simon is a great aligner for track cars, drift cars. He has a bunch of knowledge, and everybody goes to him. So that's where we're at right now. He's setting up the tire pressures and everything so he can align it with that tire pressure. And yeah, they got work on a bunch of cars and big shop, big busy shop. You guys remember this car? The twin turbo ZR6 I drove a long time ago. Still to this day the fastest car I ever drove. Well, remember in that video where he said this thing just won't blow up?
106,000 miles on the motor now, and I can't kill it.
A week after I drove it, it blew up. So this thing is blown up. It's getting fully rebuilt. It's fully rebuilt engine and a bunch of other parts, and this thing will be back on the road even faster, and I might drive it again. There you go, there's a piece right there. So, yep. Speaking of Tim's Corvette, he actually came today to work on it. So he brought his RX-7. I guess that's his daily right now. It's not a bad daily. How much power are we making this time?
11.
Woo. So it's still gonna be twin turbo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think turbo's right over there. My little guys. But no, the turbo's good for 1300, so it should make 11. And then for racing purposes, I'll dial it back a little bit. Spinning ain't winning, right?
Oh, yeah.
So my goal is to fuck up James Leach. That's it.
All right,
And
all right,
talk
all
mad
right.
shit. You know?
I got that on camera too.
Tag that motherfucker.
Essentially what I did, I mean, everything else was installed pretty much perfectly. What I did was I just had an excessive amount of camber in the front, so I went ahead and pulled it all the way to the top as positive as it'll go, which is 5.7 degrees. So that way the shock is as up and down as possible, and at full lock the tire should be pretty flat. And then in the rear, I really didn't have to do much. If I was to recommend anything, I'd probably go ahead and get the camber arms, and then get the offset spherical bushings. What are they called?
I know what you're talking
Design
about. Yeah,
Works.
yeah. I have those on my other car.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to, I mean, for what it is, it'll be perfect. Setting your grip in the rear and the angle in the front. So you're definitely gonna have a lot of fun with this one.
So what's toe specs and what does
Okay, so what
toe
I
in,
did,
toe out actually do for a drift car?
So toe in, toe out, realistically, it really depends what you're using it for, but in any situation, toe in, toe out's always gonna increase grip or drag. In the front, you want a little bit more steering angle, and just you want the steering to be a little bit more sensitive, so you just toe it out slightly, but not too much. I just did the regular 0.1 out on the toe, because you do have the angle kit. If you didn't have like an angle kit or like the
bracket.
the RCAs, you know what I mean? You wouldn't want that toe out. You want it to be more neutral, more straight. And then in the rear, I just kept the toe factory, which is 0.20 on both sides. That's good, that forward bite, that forward grip. You do have a little bit more camber in the rear than I would like, which is at 2.1. I would want to be at least a 1.3 range, but it's maxed out, so there's nothing to do about that. But what you want to do is the camber creates cornering grip. So if you're trying to initiate a drift and you have that camber, well, that's going to add that grip to make it harder to lose traction. So the real idea is you want to pull out that camber in the rear, toe it in, so that way the toe is what's pushing you, and then it's just sliding how it should.
Okay.
So that's up good. Other than that, yeah, 5.7 in the front, and the caster is actually pretty good at 5.7 as well. So
Perfect. Appreciate you.
yeah, no
Like
problem.
always.
Yeah, no, you know what I gotta do. Mr. Old School Mob Squad fan.
All right, and we are officially aligned. He knocked that out in like 30 minutes. It's 12:42, and he did talk to me and tell me what he did, and then we kind of talked on the side too. So in and out, like 30 minutes. That's fast. All right, the man is paid. Let's go. So we get some more tires Look at that bulldog stance. I need some over fenders. Rear's fine. I'm only rocking like 7.5s with 215s, but the front, obviously, it's pushed out like crazy, so it doesn't rub. And I need to put my door panel back in. I don't know, it fell off while I was drifting last time. All right, we are not actually at the tire shop yet. I have to make a return. So, let me explain. Oh, kind of falling out over here. But those are stock E36 arms. So let me explain the thought process real quick. Let me let you guys know what's going on through my mind. So those stock E36 control arms, I planned on getting them cut and extended. I wanted something, you know, this car's kind of been like a budget build. The max speeding rod coils, they're already on it, but I haven't done anything to the outside, haven't spent anything on that. It's just a bunch of maintenance and repairs and stuff. So I've been kind of keeping everything on a budget. This is the first time I actually balled out on some stuff with the angle kit, but this is the reason why. So the stock E36 arms, there's a few budget friendly ways to get angle on an E36. For one, you could do E46 arms, which, you know, they change your caster and then you have to change the lollipop bushings and stuff like that. And then, but the E46 arms are thicker, like wider, they're thicker. So a lot of people, they have rubbing issues when they try to use those. So I didn't feel like dealing with that. So someone told me, actually Alex Bugera told me that you can get stock E36 arms, bring it to his friend Jamal. Jamal can cut them and extend them like 1 inch or 2 inch, however long you want them. And you know, that's a pretty simple angle kit right there too. And of course, then I wasn't really sure what tie rods to use, or do you have to get those extended and everything too, so I wasn't really sure. But the way I see it, I didn't want to do something that I felt would be temporary. So I felt like if I cut those, extended them, it'd be like a cheaper version of an angle kit, but I felt like maybe in the long run I'd outgrow them or something. So this time I said, you know what, I'm just gonna buy a full angle kit, something that I can have for a very long time, just one and done. And that's what I did. And plus, like I said, it was real simple, direct bolt on, and super simple. Like, I don't have to, you know, piece this with that and piece that with this, and hopefully this works together with that. And it was just simple. Just order the kit, install the kit, and it was, you know. So that's my thought process. So I bought these arms a few weeks ago, and as soon as I got them, I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So then I ordered the angle kit right after that. So I'm returning them. Got them from Amazon. Amazon has free returns, so let me get my money, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone.
You too.
All right, my home away from home. Global tires. I'm going straight to the back because I'm a menace. So I have 6 contour fronts and these knee tires. The other 2 are on the rear already, and 2 more at the house, and they all have brand new tires. So I'd rather have 6 brand new tires than 4. I don't know how many I'll need, but yeah. And they're lucky that I don't need tires on those, or I'll be smoking this parking lot up right now. What's going on? Damn. Sick. Damn. Damn, that thing's sick.
Have you driven one?
No, not yet.
Fucking fast. It drives like an M4 comp, but it's huge. But it handles awesome.
That's sick. Yeah. This is a big car. Jesus. What's up?
Oh my god.
What's going on?
Oh,
Chill.
it's the camera.
I always got it on me. I always got it on me. What's going on?
Same shit, different
different day, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. What's going on?
So, make sure everything is leveled. ABS sensor in the back. Put it in. And then from here, we try to find something. Oh, cock.
Just watching your techniques, that's all.
Here at Global Tires, 850 Patty Road.
So Global has a new setup now where they added stairs. They got some drag slips over here. What? The tires I want are right here. Cheap. I like cheap stuff. All right, got an extra pair of tires, so we good. Thank you, Global Tires, like always. Let's go home and yank this seat out, push it back, put it back in, and then I will be 100% ready for the event tomorrow. So that's the only thing I do left. So let's do it. Good thing the plastic was still on it. Alright, so this is what we're left with. I'm literally going to take these out, move these brackets back, I don't know, maybe 2 inches, and just literally wherever I can find a hole, just drill straight through it. And just make it work, because it's way too close. I don't have a choice. I don't have sliders right now, and honestly, after I move it, I probably won't even need sliders. Alright, so I have new holes now. I use the back holes, the same ones that were already there. That way I can have the same length when I go back and make it even on both sides. Because it does have to drill into the side, so make sure those are even. And then I took a line and drew. That way I knew the spacing between the seat would be the same. I know the line isn't straight, but that's because the seat isn't straight. The seat kind of bows out to the side, kind of bows outward. So that way it should fit right back in place. And then for here, I know it looks like I drilled 2 different holes. Well, I did, but yeah, it looks like it's uneven, but it's really even because I use these that are even, and those I just found any flat spot that wasn't interfering with anything. And up here I had to go a little bit lower because the bracket kind of goes right here. So I would have to drill, if I try to drill here, I would have drilled through that and through that bottom bracket that's welded onto there, and that's been too much. So I used that because it was flat, and we're good to go. Well, there you go. There's my example right there. So new holes. Let's put the seat back in there, and hopefully this will give me a little bit more room. All right, judging by the looks, simply just looking in there, seat isn't mounted yet, but it's in the bolts, and I could definitely see it's further back against the passenger side. So I'm gonna get in, and hopefully, well, it's definitely easier to get in. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Knee is fully extended. Hit the clutch. That's where it should be. Steering, plenty of arm space. Oh, it's perfect. Yep, I don't need sliders. This is literally fit for me now. That's oh, so easy. All it took was 2 holes. This is perfect. Now I just got to mount it in, and I have a perfect seat now. That's what's up. I'm happy now. I'm super happy. Super happy. Passenger seat, maybe I'll slide that back for, I don't know. I'll let some passengers ride and see if they feel like it's too close or not. I don't feel like doing this again right now. It's kind of cold. Not as cold as it was the other day, but still kind of cold. But this is perfect. So, yeah. I know someone in the comments on the last video when I installed these seats, they said they planned on going this route, and they are 6'6", and they want to do the planted brackets and the NRG seat. No, big dog, I think you too tall for that one, homeboy. I don't know what kind of tall boy seats you can use or what brackets. Maybe, I don't know how far sliders go back. Maybe sliders do go back further than this, but you see I'm mounted on the last hole already, so this is, I imagine if I had sliders, it'd probably be around the same place. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know sliders, so I guess you have to do the research on the sliders, but yeah, it's 6'6". You'd be better off sitting in the back seat. But that's it. So I'm just gonna mount this. I don't have to show you guys that. I've done it before. So that's gonna do it for this video. Everything's done. Car's aligned. Got an extra set of tires just in case I need them. And yeah, I'm gonna change the oil, but I'm gonna do that in the morning because I gotta go get oil. I don't have it with me right now, so I'll do that in the morning before I go to the event. And as long as I don't strip a drain plug or something, I should be fine. But thanks for watching. I'm actually going to go in the house and start working on this video. I will upload this Sunday morning, the day of the event. So when you're watching this, I will be at the event or probably already did the event. So stay tuned for that footage, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.